Hi everyone, I'm very excited to start this channel. It's a great way to share my thoughts and learn from you guys. My goal is to show tennis as a very tactical and psychological game, the game where there is a meaning behind every shot and action. In this day and age of highlights and hot shots, I feel it's important to teach young players about how to play the game and how you can win points without hitting a winner necessarily. Having said that, in the first video I want to go over some basic tactics that are applicable on any level. As a base, I will take Craig O'Shaughnessy's article written in 2013. You can find a link to it below. So without further ado, let's do this, guys. The first thing I'm going to talk about is consistency, because it's the foundation of all tactics we're going to discuss. The simple idea behind consistency is to put one more ball than your opponent in the court. Pretty simple, right? Well, easier said than done, of course, because in order for you to do that, you have to know which shot will give you a higher chance to succeed in a certain situation. You have to understand the geometry of the court and how it's changing with every shot you're making. We've all heard the term high percentage tennis, and that's what it's all about. And I want to elaborate a little bit on that. In this rally, we see Simon and Monfils hit a lot of cross courts, and it happens for a good reason. When you hit the ball cross court, the ball travels longer in the air, giving you more court to work with. As you can see here, if Simon goes cross court, the ball will spend more time in the air, giving him more time to recover. And that actually brings us to the next point, recovery. If Simon goes down the line, he would have to recover to a different position to cover the court properly, and that's 3 extra steps. In addition to that, that shot would give Monfils an angle against Simon. So you have to be really careful when you go down the line. In addition to testing your opponent's consistency, you also will test his patience. Here you can see how pulling the trigger at the wrong time will result in a mistake. It's very hard to change direction of a fast ball. Another great tactic is to move your opponent. The more steps your opponent takes, the higher the chance you will win the point. And by hitting cross court, you will make your opponent move more because the ball is moving away from him. In this point, we see how Bouchard put Cibulkova on the run right away with a wide serve, and now Cibulkova has no control over the point whatsoever. If we take a closer look, we see how much Cibulkova moves compared to Bouchard, and that was the difference in this point. You can also move your opponent up and down, like we see in these points. Federer does it exceptionally well with his short slice, like we see here against Nadal. He brings him in and then follows up with a lob to force an error from Nadal. And this is a little bit more subtle. Like we'll see Federer bringing Djokovic in. On the next one, pushes him back, gets a short ball, and finishing the point with his forehand inside out. We are now getting to a more subtle tactic, which is change of rhythm, challenging your opponent's concentration and timing. The goal is to either get a mistake right away or a short ball, after which you can take control of the point. Here you see Nadal pinpointing Federer's backhand and changing his spin on the last shot of the rally, forcing Federer to hit the ball a bit more in front. Pay attention how far away Thiem starts the point, and you'll see how within 2 shots he's going to change the situation around. After his second slice, Zverev is not going to come back with a decent quality, allowing Thiem to come in and finish the point. The last tactic I will talk about is taking time and space away, constantly putting pressure on your opponent. Here Bouchard takes every ball inside the court, taking precious time away from Cibulkova. And Thiem does the same against Zverev. This tactic can be very effective on return of serve as well. Another great way of taking time and space away from your opponent is by coming to the net. And I want to elaborate a little bit on this one. Federer comes to the net and you see that within 2 steps he covers almost all the court. That alone puts tremendous amount of pressure on Djokovic because now he has smaller target and it forces him to come up with a really precise shot, which he does, but it's still not good enough. And if you constantly put that pressure on your opponent, eventually they will start going closer and closer to the line, which may result in mistakes. Here, even though Djokovic won the point, look how close to the line he had to hit. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My next video will be an analysis of the Royal Masters Finals. Until then, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment below.